Hello, 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 everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Rainey Ray, and I am a doTERRA wellness advocate and also an essential oil educator and enthusiast. And there's another one. Hey, Teresa, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you for joining. Teresa has to leave early today, so I am going to totally capitalize on her being here for the time that we have her. Okay. So I've been thinking lately about what we use in doTERRA for staying calm. What's in our toolkit? And there's so many things that come up in life. Okay. Another friend of mine, two of them actually are selling their homes. Teresa and I have upcoming certifications in our search and rescue team. There's all sorts of things that go buzzing around in our head, and I want to call this finding your calm. Let's use the doTERRA toolkit, okay? So we're in a crazy world. Um, we rarely unplug. We rarely find a moment of genuine peace. So I want to explore today total wellness approach to de-stressing, to calming. So we're going to look at some of the favorite oils for that, lavender and frankincense that we all love. But then I want to talk to you about an oil that you may not have tried, which is Shinrin-Yoku, which basically means forest bathing in Japanese. And it adds a powerful new dimension. So, um, before we jump into oils, I think it's important to note, and Teresa, I'd love your input on this, that it all starts with a good foundation. Eating as clean and healthy as we can. Like Maya Angelou said, when we know better, we do better. So it's a journey. And it starts with good foundations. I totally believe in our E omega. I didn't take out, I mean, our VMG. I didn't take out the E omega, but that is paired with it. And our MetaPWR Advantage collagen. Okay. If you want to improve your calm, de-stress, get restorative sleep, you must be giving your body a good foundation. Just like if you're planting a garden, you want to prepare the soil and then give the soil and your plants the right nutrients to thrive. So if you're not trying our supplements, if you're not already on them, give them a try. They're guaranteed. Who does that? All right. And I always say it takes a few days to a week, depending on you, but give it 30 to 60 days. We have a full money back guarantee for 30 days. If you are not completely satisfied, return them. No big deal from doTERRA. Okay. So I'm going to put you on the spot, Teresa. When you need to de-stress, if you want to calm down in the evening, tell me what the first oil that comes to your mind.
Okay. So when you mentioned de-stress, so I went to my oils and
Okay, I figured you were moving there.
so I have at night, what I do right before I go to bed is I have a spray bottle with water and breathe in it. And
Oh,
I
lovely.
love the aroma, but I spray my pillow just lightly. I mean,
Hmm.
it's not wet, and
Yeah.
I just spray the sheet a little bit just so it's nice and fresh. I like that. But I also have Serenity, um, and I have it in a roller. And of course, lavender, which I know you mentioned lavender, and even mixing it in with things, and also balance.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So let's back up the bus. When you're mentioning breathe and
Yes.
we're doing it in a spray with water, because these oils are not oily, when you mix it with water, it doesn't stain your pillows or your sheets or any of
Yeah.
that. And it opens up your airways then. Plus, it smells good.
Yes.
And that helps with going to sleep and restorative sleep.
Yes. And it also helps to calm me a little bit. It does help to relax me. One, it's pleasant. It has a pleasant odor to it. Um, but and it does help you breathe better.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's I just shake it real good.
Right.
But it's just in a little spray bottle. Um, but it works great.
So any of our sprayers that we make with water, even if you make them with an oil, like a carrier oil, always give it a good shimmy shake and then use it. And then you mentioned, and I love Serenity. Okay. So you have a roller. So that means you put,
Yes.
for those who are new, you put 20 drops of Serenity in a 10 mil roller this size, and you roll it where?
Um, I roll it on my feet and on my wrist.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so pulse points and bottom of the feet, because there's so many pores, it's absorbed into your body. And the oils are intelligent. They know where to go, even if we don't.
Right.
Okay. So because they're from nature. All right. So when I started with doTERRA, I have to tell you that our lavender, when I first smelled it, and I forgot to bring my little lavender out, but when I first smelled it, there you've got it. Um, I I was in love with it. It is not like any other lavender that I've ever been exposed to. And we call it like the universal calmer. All things calming, you can go to lavender. So for your skin, for your nervous system, for tension, for all of that. Okay. It's lovely, isn't it?
It is. It's very nice.
You know, when you think of it and compare in your mind to that gift store lavender, when you go into a gift store and you smell those potpourris or this or that or soaps that have lavender, those almost seem harsh next to this.
It's not the same. And I was hesitant to really use the lavender because of that, because I'm used to the other lavenders that were so harsh. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm not crazy about lavender
Right.
until I tried the doTERRA lavender. It is different.
It is very, yeah, yeah. You also mentioned balance. All right. I love balance. All right. I did remember to bring this out. Balance is one of our oils that are pre-diluted, which means you don't need a carrier oil. And what I do, I have this by my bedside. And actually, in the morning to start my day, I know you use it at night. Just it's our grounding blend. So in the
Mhm.
morning, I'll take a couple of drops, rub my hands together, breathe in deep. Okay, I like to put on my pulse points, and then I like to rub it on the back of my neck and
Oh,
breathing it in or bottom of my feet. It's already pre-diluted. We use it with our pets and animals, right? Unless they're just small puppies or kittens, right out of the bottle. All right. I
mhm.
love this blend, and I'm so glad that you mentioned it. It really is amazing. Serenity is in my diffuser every night. What's in your diffuser?
It changes.
Okay.
At night, Breathe is in the bedroom.
Okay, cool. And opening airways again.
Hmm.
Because when we open our airways, then we know that we're able to get a deeper kind of sleep.
Hmm.
We live in Florida, Teresa and I, and we have environmental allergens and things around all the time that can give us congestion and impair our breathing. Those people who are up north are just coming into the peak allergy season and all that, and pollen and things are coming alive and blooming. So, in my diffuser every night, and I put it in this is one of our coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil bottles that I just peeled off the label, took a little lemon oil, like you would use nail polish remover or Goo Gone, took a little lavender oil, held it around, then took off the goo, washed it. I didn't have to wash the inside because it just had coconut oil in it. Okay. And it was empty. And then this holds, I think it's 7 15 ml bottles. So my three are breathe, like Teresa said, okay, and then serenity,
Okay.
and then adaptive. So
Oh.
I dump these in. This is running low, you can see.
Hmm.
So I'll dump in two of each of these, serenity, adaptive, and lavender. And then I don't have to open bottles at night. So I go in, fill my diffuser, and put a pump, sometimes a little more than a pump in, okay? And boom, I'm ready. But I'm the kind of person that once I've found that this works so good for me, so I get complacent and don't change it up that often. If I'm gonna change it up, like adding cedar wood or frankincense or any of those lovely oils, Roman chamomile, then I'll just dump those in from the bottle. Um, but I love these, so don't pitch these. These are great for convenience. Um, the other thing I wanted to mention is one of my favorite combos, and I keep it by my bed. I call it sleep and calming. This
Hmm.
is simply serenity and balance, equal parts. So 20 drops of each, top it off with coconut oil. All right. Doesn't matter that balance is pre-diluted. And I love to roll this on. This is also called sit and chill. It's so many different names. But I love to roll it on my wrists, rub them together, breathe it in, roll it on the bottom of my feet when I get in bed, like you do your serenity.
Hmm.
So that's another one. The other thing is that people say, well, why do you add adaptive in your nighttime thing? It helps to shut my brain off. Because adaptive is made from created by doTERRA in order to help the world with our mental health. And whether you have issues or don't, we all can use a little help, you know? And so I love adaptive in there for that. The other thing is we forget frankincense for nighttime relaxing. It's the king of oils. We use it for everything, but it's known for its grounding and balancing effects. So it helps us to center our minds, kind of USA. And that's why people use it during meditation and prayer, and it reduces that overwhelm. So sometimes if you're having an issue, grab your bottle of frankincense and just breathe it in. Okay? You don't even have to put it on. You could take a drop under your tongue. Fabulous stuff. Before adaptive, we had peace. Okay. Peace is one of our emotional rollers. It comes in a 5 ml and it comes in a 10 ml roller. 5 ml pure oil, 10 ml roller pre-diluted. You can tell it's pre-diluted because of that little tab. Okay. It says touch. This is another one that is fabulous. We call it the reassuring blend. It's like a hug. Okay. It's really, really good for calming. Last but not least, is Shinrin-Yoku. Have you tried it?
I have not. You've mentioned it a couple of times, but I have not tried it. I don't have it.
This is an oil that's become one of my favorites. Okay. It is forest bathing blend. So in Japan and really everywhere, people are indoors so much. And in Japan, they have forest areas, small parks, forests with trees within the urban area for people to leave the indoors and come outside and breathe among the trees and absorb that natural calming. That's what this is, okay? When you smell this, you feel like you're walking through an incredibly luscious forest, and it gives you that effect. I use it a lot in my office for calming and focus and a variety, because I switch it up with adaptive or whatever. But this is incredible for I love it in the evening after dinner if we're just kind of unwinding to put this in the diffuser. Tom's favorite is Island Mint. Okay, we all know that. But I love this in the diffuser. And um, doTERRA did a cool thing, and I've talked already about the specials, but they have two things that they've incorporated the Shinrin-Yoku. One is a bath bar, which if you smell it, it smells beautiful in the shower. Okay. It's a nice hard bath bar. It lasts a long time, and it has the Shinrin-Yoku in it. The other is we have beard and hair oil that we've come out with over the years. We've had Balance, we've had Adaptive. Now they have Shinrin-Yoku. So the guys like to take the beard oil and put it on their face where the beard is to keep the skin underneath healthy and hydrated, but without getting itchy and dry, and also to help the hair. And women love it. You just put a drop on your hands, bring it through the ends of your hair, and now you have a personal diffuser all day too. So it's really nice. So routine, how do we stay as calm as we can and get the most out of these oils? Morning routine. What do you start your day with then, Teresa?
BMG.
That's our supplement, right? With the
Yes.
omegas. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And have you found that that has helped you through the day?
Yes, most definitely. Um, I had, I think I mentioned this to you before. I got to a point to where I was forgetting it, like here and there.
Right,
You get busy in the morning. Same way with my supplements,
right,
and then I made it a point, and I was getting tired in the afternoon, and I didn't put the correlation together until I made it a point where I'm going to start drinking this first thing. And I think we were talking about training. Whenever I would go to training, the dog training early in the morning, I wasn't drinking it until I got home. And I
hmm
was so tired driving home. So I'm like, no, I'm going to make it a point. I'm drinking that first thing. And I did. And what a difference when I was
right,
doing it consistently every day, every morning.
right,
I
right.
don't feel tired like that in the afternoon.
And
And
it's not a buzz kind of tired. I mean, energy, but it's a
no,
comfortable energy.
yeah, it's just that I don't have that on the days where I was real busy, especially when we train. I would be so tired by the time I got home that I
hmm
felt like I needed a nap. And it's not that I feel like I've drank caffeine because I avoid caffeine. It's just that I don't have that tired feeling
Yeah,
and I can
amazing.
just get things done. I
Right,
just feel like I
right.
can, just
And
keep
then
going.
you feel better,
Yes.
about the whole day. Um, a lot of people, myself included, we start our day not only with the VMG, um, but when I started the Advantage, which is our collagen, I found quite within the first few days that I was able to fall asleep easier, and stay asleep better. So this has NMN in it and NAD plus and things like that beside the collagen. So that's cool. But frankincense first thing in the morning, a drop under your tongue or in your oil shot. This Shinrin-Yoku on the bottoms of your feet, the balance like I was talking about. Whatever it is, it creates a good foundation for your day, and how you start your day is how your day seems to go, you know.
Right.
Um,
Yes.
Midday, I already said I love adaptive in the office. I love the Shinrin-Yoku in the office. And if you feel like a spike in stress, just inhale one of our oils that we talked about. Um, and the other thing is, remember that nighttime routine, like Teresa was saying. Create your own nighttime routine, whether it's spraying the breathe on your pillow and sheets, filling your diffuser. Um, and I know Teresa had to go, but I appreciate her. It signals the brain to transition from doing to being, from getting it done. to calmer. So you get a higher quality of rest. And then finally, for restorative sleep, we have Serenity, Breathe, Adaptive. We've got the Serenity Stick, which is fabulous and easy to use. If you're feeling head tension or muscle tension, think about past tense, and we even have that in a stick. I love past tense. I use the roller on my forehead throughout the day or the stick. Let's prepare ourselves for a good night's sleep, like you would prepare yourself for a presentation or you would prepare yourself. I like to use the analogy of if you're an athlete or even just, a weekend warrior, when you go to hit a golf shot, there's a certain thing you do, especially with putting. When you go to shoot a free throw, when you go to bat a ball, you have a certain process you go through. And as a result of that, your body and your brain are triggered so that you're better able to do that. That's why I love the Serenity soft gels too. Take a couple of those, even pair them with a couple of Copaiba soft gels. If you've had a really phonetic day, and you really need to calm down. For a while, I was doing those every single night, the Serenity and the Copaiba soft gels, because I had to retrain my mind and body to get restful sleep. Um, so whether you're reaching for lavender because we love how it smells, or grounding of Shinrin-Yoku and balance, you can combine these classics and actually use your doTERRA toolkit to your advantage. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out. I'm happy to help. And I hope this was helpful for you. And I'm trying to keep things a little shorter so that we can grab some nuggets and get on with our day. So everyone, take good care. And I really, really appreciate Teresa having been here and everybody else listening. Reach out with any questions. Love you. Take good care. Bye.